guys, Anna here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we're in the world of Oasis Springs and we are renovating the Nookstone home, which is in, I guess it's kind of not far from Johnny Zest's place. I guess I don't actually know what the neighborhood is called, but this is the overview of the before of prior to the reno. As you can see, there are rooms that don't even have doors. You don't really have proper rooms. It's just like an open area that has a bathroom off to the side. The lighting is very dark. The color scheme doesn't really make sense. Like you've got some wooden panels, but then a sliding. I don't know. It's very weird. So we start by obviously deleting everything. And I do end up keeping this home as a 1x1. It is the most affordable renovation I am doing, I guess, in this like mini series that I'm doing. So this particular build comes in at 14,594,000 simoleons. It is the most affordable. It is a 1x1. And we have a much improved backyard. It's a semi-open floor plan in terms of the living areas are open floor, but you actually have a formal door to the bedroom. So that is an improvement. The bedroom in this particular build does stay in the same location. We just make the build overall smaller. So we kind of keep the same shape. We definitely update the exterior wallpaper. We add in a backyard. We change the location of the kitchen, which we're doing now. I really like this. It's like we do like a little kitchen and a small dining, which is just like a glass table with two chairs and a small like improv living room, which we're doing now. And then there's a back door that leads out to the exterior. And then we put in a bedroom and a bathroom. And that's basically all this build is. I started with just placing furniture down. That's why everything's in a white swatch. I don't keep it in a white swatch. I just left it there. And then I would go back and change the wood tones because I wasn't sure what color I wanted to go with. So I do believe I keep the wallpaper the same. I liked this kind of muted sage color. And I've paired it with a lot of like beige, I guess, furnishings. And I think I do change the wood tone to maybe that like kind of beige, lighter wood tone. So we make, as I said, we make the build significantly smaller. It's only a 1x1. It doesn't need to be big. I do change the roof shape. I'm doing that now, I believe. I wanted to keep it in the mid-century style that it originally was, but I wanted to make it a little bit more appealing. I've changed the roof as well. We've got it's just like a metal sheeting. I put roof trim. I've changed the windows. Part of the most recent base game update, we got a whole pile of like windows and stuff. And I really liked the shape of them, and they're actually quite affordable. I didn't realize how affordable all those new base game windows and doors were. So yeah, I actually really liked that. That was a big help in this. This build, along with all of the other base game renovations that I have done in the last couple of weeks, are available on the Sims 4 gallery. If you'd like to check them out, download them, play in them, use them, do what you like. My ID is Android.44. It is available in the description below if needed. And yeah, so I've added in this. So this is obviously a base game tile or paving, I should say, but it got some updated colors to it. And I really liked using this in the bathroom. And of course, this new backsplash, which had a beautiful green color, which allowed me to continue the green color scheme, but it allowed me to do it in a slightly different way. And the counters as well, they are also those modern base game counters that we've always had, but recently we had an update that had incorporated some more swatches. So I've used that in there, and as you can see, I'm now going through all of that furniture and changing it to be the final color that I wanted it to be. I guess at that stage I hadn't had the overall color scheme of the home worked out. So yeah, we've gone with orange, green and blue, which I guess is the same color for all of these renovations. I don't know, it's just, I guess that like with the base game, I just like certain swatches. I really love this middle green swatch. I like the yellow swatch. And I like the orange swatch. So a lot of these homes are like that. And I guess also like with builds that go in the gallery, I try to just furnish them simply because some people like to go in and delete everything and kind of make each build their own. And yeah, all right, this is the master bedroom, which is the only bedroom in the home. So I wanted to put a little bit of furniture in here. You've got a mirror, you've got a dresser. I put in some candles and a plant. I don't usually use this plant, but it actually was quite nice. But yeah, I've used that kind of, it's called Retro Luxe wallpaper for the entirety of the build. On the original, it was a small portion that had that particular wallpaper, so I've used that throughout. And we are now going through the landscaping. So I've gone through and used, of course, debug landscaping. And I wanted to keep this landscaping a little bit more on the modern side. This is definitely a more elevated modern build compared to the original that was here. I think that this is such a nice build from the exterior. Gone in with some palm trees, some cacti and some aloe vera plants and things like that. And I actually was going to use the palm trees, but then I realized we had these kind of baubled trees, like these trimmed hedge trees. I don't usually use them. They are found in the debug menu for this particular world. But I think they're more found in like the near where the Roomies house is, that particular part, which has actually got grass as opposed to dirt, but I still like it. I think that they frame the building correctly with their size. They're not too big, not too small. So I've just gone with that, add in some azaleas and just some other flowers. And then we do fence off the entirety, well, not the entirety, but a decent portion of this backyard. Again, this is a debug fence. It's a stone fence. I don't know if this is really kind of what you would put in this type of building, but it's really the best option I had out of the choices I had. So I went with that. I love these base game like bushes. Definitely not something that's found here in Oasis Springs, but I like them. And yeah, we of course go in with some further plants. I do believe I put in a chess table, a seating area, some gardening. I loved this big terracotta pot that has some flowers in it. I thought that was really good. I've used this terrain paint in the past. I really love it. It's a fairly newer one, but we actually have a pathing tile, floor tile that is that shade. And it's like, why would you pay for it when you can get it for free? So I really am happy with that addition to the game. And I made kind of like a faux driveway kind of thing. I don't know. And yes, I've continued that from the front to the back. And we are now just kind of adding the final touches, going around, making sure there's dirt under all the plants. And we are, as I said, furnishing that backyard. So you've got the chess table I mentioned. You would most likely have a seating area, which I've kind of nestled in where that greenery is. So it looks really pretty. And putting in a bin and a grill. And I think that we are now live in game for the tour. So you walk in and you have your kitchen, dining and living. Just a really open space, much better use of the space than it was before. You have a small hallway that you have your bathroom and your master bedroom. I'm just moving some plants so it's not clipping into the build. And yeah, you've got some skill building. It could be better, but as I said, this is such an affordable home. You can still do so much with this. Like you'll still have like 5,000 to 6,000 simoleons from, getting into this lot. And then you have your backyard, which has your skill building and your seating and your entertainment, I guess. And that is the build today. Nice and quick one. If you enjoyed today's build, please consider liking and subscribing and leave a comment. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.